technology aspect, on especially on various facets in the hospital, and how we can improve the processes in the emergency department. That is a key question, key area of improving services in the emergency services of any hospital. So can we use these processes to right away make changes in the ER? And that is how it started from the trauma center ER as well. It was from two departments that Dr. Deepak said, that first he implemented in the neurosurgery and second was in the emergency department. Because that is where we get the visibility the maximum. Because the face of any hospital starts with the emergency. If you do good, you will get accolades. If you do bad, you will also get the flag. So we can just have a small panel discussion, and we are welcome to suggest, or we take one by one how their services runs, that what is the basic IT they have infrastructure in their hospital, and what did they think that whether they can do it with the processes of what we suggested. And we are here, Dr. Deepak and his team is here also to help in some processes which we can right away implement locally, if you want some help. So we can start with NIGRIMS, I think. So I think Dr. Yunus is here. He is the Dean of NIGRIMS, and your perspective, sir, and what is the basic IT you have, number one. Number two, how we can improve. Can we implement some of the processes, especially in the ER? Yes, sir.
Correct, I'm not Dean, and Sub-Dean research is there.
Okay.
The thing is that I was taken as emergency in charge. Now I'm not in charge right now, the emergency is still there. So that's inspired by this team of this from Trauma Center, Dr. Bhoi, Dr. Deepak, Dr. Sagar is there as a pattern. So I also try to transform. There's a casualty is there. I told the story, casualty written outside. So it's a casual approach, and this Indira Gandhi stature is there, it's like that only. So I consider she's telling, don't come here. Things are not good here, don't come. Somebody's taking like it's a blessing, she's giving blessing. So in front of casualty like this, stature of this, and this my institute and name of the Indira Gandhi. So I take like that, so she's telling, don't come. So when it's coming to blessing, so it's the day will come, but it will take time. So I'll take in that. So we have just basic computers, some few computers we have. Two of them, and the team is there with me. There, the casualty medical officer is there. So I started this whole at least some display system, at least who's on the call. Yeah, I mean doctor who's in the call, who's there, and this accountability. That's Dr. Deepak already spoken about that. Is a response time. So these people they're working like a postman or flying bird like that. You have to change. Maybe you are not a faculty, but you are not less than faculty. You are a permanent, you are the CMO. Maybe the senior resident, other people are coming, but they have to regard and respect you, and you are the first contact. The first thing you have to be change your attitude towards your patient who's coming to that. Somebody is coming to your gate, it was not by wills, they are come by force. They are in the problem, they are in agony, they have this, their problems, they are emotionally not good. So talk with nicely, keep this and give this whatever, even you don't have much infrastructure, don't think anything, so you don't have medicine. At least you can talk nicely, guide them, whatever can help them. In that way we started. So we start keeping this all the record with this simple computer. We don't have this informatics nurse, and this with the basic nurse, you have to do this thing also, the patient care also, limited team number. So what I started the things as I start keeping this response time, like we have to call the other department, especially department, super specialty to respond that. There's people are taking to 2 hours, 3 hours to come to there. So in this way changes started. We start keeping their time record. For every month, we'll just calculate and make this mean by this, that is, let's make this is the time. So when it's come time, I asked, emergency was not recognized, so then I asked permission to, can I be present in the CGR, Institute Academics there. So can we present? So we get the permission, okay, we can present the CGR as well as the mortality also. So that's when we were going to present this people, other department, they are on okay. They are in, okay, now this is time. Today we'll ask many questions and let this what emergency doing. One should show their slides. There's a small time from like orthopedic department, from this other department of medicine. So people on the back side. Okay. Like we show also trend also. One start keeping and how it's going to change the things. Once they know they'll be keeping their time, things have changed. Like they're taking 30 minutes, so it's come to 40 minutes, and so over the 3-4 months. So it need to be willpower. I mean, it's not needed to, you need to get immediate, everything will be on this your position, and you start feeding, you'll get this, somebody will a data entry operator or something.
Yeah.
Need to be
Doctor,
willpower.
even just wanted to know that is it connected by when the IT, in the revolution in Nigrims, is it been looked after by NIC or?
NIC is there, sir. Like the problem is there in this anywhere in this institution, anywhere.
Okay.
Problem is there. We have this all equipment there, money is there, but in implementation and.
But can we do something collaborative with us? You know, we can develop some processes, like simple processes which Dr. Deepak suggested.
Yeah, actually I just came to just outside. I invited Deepak. You can be in this this October, can be there, and you two and three, you can have just give one day. I mean, kind of CME or this kind of this.
Yes.
This opening so people can understand this. They should be open because this, they have no idea.
Perfect. Now I'd like to ask Dr. Mridula Pawar and Dr. Nikhil to say about the IT and how we can improve the process. Yes, from your perspective, madam.
I had a bit of experience about this, and whatever I heard from Dr. Agarwal today, sorry, I know I'm really feeling sad about my journey in my life, that I couldn't do much. And exactly the blocks which you mentioned, we had it. Okay, I have experience of looking at two places. One was RML hospital. Everything's entered by data entry operator. And once I wanted to audit the head injury, this fall from above was a diagnosis. I say, is there any fall from below also? Diagnosis was ghabrahat. Two examples I'll tell you. I couldn't collect even head injury data from there. The data goes to NIC. NIC did it. So, and everything is entered by, system doesn't know anything. And once it's not complete data again. They enter only registration, which is whatever is written the casualty by a house surgeon, exactly ghabrahat and fall from above is written. And then it goes to ward, nothing's written. ICU data is there, only nothing admission, only discharge. It's only registration and discharge. Nothing's connected. One day I wanted to do it, I couldn't do it. I told the administration this is absolutely not right. They're doing indenting. I think that was slightly better. Anyway, that's the past. Present. At the moment, there's a big building coming after you've seen on the scene. And for last more than 2 years, I'm shouting at top my voice. Nikki and me are writing letters. They have given it to some vendor. So the vendor comes and I ask, I'm not really 100% tech savvy, but I have some idea. I've seen your AIMS IT system and I have attended a few of your lectures earlier also. When I ask these questions, they said, that's not, they're making a software. They're not giving a hardware. There's no role of TOT. There's no owning of responsibility. And there's no, I say, are this getting connected with my monitor? Will they talk to my monitors? Will I have tablet, something to write on it? No. And they said, no, this is not in our domain. And asking from DG down, everyone, who is looking after? And both of us say, see, give it to us. We are asking, give it to us. Okay, we don't know much. We'll take your help or somebody's help. We are passionate. We want to do it. Nobody's giving us. Now, almost we are fighting with them, because I have 6 months to superannuate. And he is very keen that, I really don't know, but how do I take help from you neighbors? I don't know how to take help even. And there are so many people you are ready to give to help. Where do I knock the doors?
How to break the shackles.
I'm quite passionate about it. I'm so sorry. We need to have something.
Yes,
please, we need help.
I think what ma'am is saying is that either MOU or a simple official.
Who will do it? We have told them. Who will do it? Actually, NSCs can't do it.
So
I wish we had called our
probably this
administrators today.
requires a little bit of advocacy, advocacy.
I really need help.
what an option we can suggest is, whatever we have implemented, we are trying to put it on our servers because there must be an NKN line coming to RML also, NKN line coming to Safdarjung also. So it makes everything as an intranet also, because the line is the same. So you can access the same software directly.
As you said, the top has to
Yes,
be
the top
convinced
has
about
to
it.
buy in. If the top doesn't buy in, then
So we'd like to invite you and talk
Yes,
to
yes,
our
yes.
bosses.
Yes, that is the thing.
Mothers. We have done our best. We have put in writing. We have done most of the things we have done, whatever we could do. Okay. You are happy, but they have given to the vendor. They have already given to the vendor. I have talked to that vendor.
And this will always happen. What we have also, this is one thing which I didn't mention was, I forgot to mention was, never put all your eggs in one basket.
Yes,
So every vendor will promise the moon. वो कहेगा आप किसी और को क्यों दे, हम ही सब कर देंगे. So never do that. You say, okay, this is your task, you do it, but you will still have plan B ready. So what we do is we have 3-4 things going on currently, maybe more. So we don't because we know that 1 or 2 vendors will be having major slippages, may not deliver. So we have our in-house team also developing a very low kind of a primitive version of the same thing and implement it, because we learn during that process also what we really want, and we let the vendor do. Because I know the vendor will not be able to deliver most of the time.
No, I asked them. Actually, they are not giving us the full solution.
Yes.
I know
They
it.
will never give the full solution.
They
because
will not. I mean, even I, as a layperson of the computers, I know they are not giving us the full solution. We are going to have a major issue. I know it's going to be a flop show.
So,
But even knowing it,
reiterated our doubts and what
I know, now I'm very clear.
is going to be the problem in
Yeah.
implementation. So it was
Yeah.
very nice your presentation, because you have really reiterated that the facts, that the problems that we are going to face with even the
Yeah.
implementation of this.
it's going to happen. Even with a government organization like NIC also, we face the same problem.
I think you had first you started with the NIC. I remember I was a part of it. That's the reason I know something about it. So, but really, I think we'll have to sit down. Maybe somehow we have to find a solution within the next 3 months.
Okay. Thank you, madam. And now I'll introduce Dr. Sagar to the audience. Dr. Sagar is board certified emergency medicine physician and also the chief executive officer of IndusM, and he's also the convener of Academic College of Emergency Expert. So he's got a wealth of experience on emergency medical record, IT in healthcare as well from the US perspective. So he will also, you can just have a few words on that.
Good morning, everybody. So, couple of important things as a welcome to AIMS, and thank you for coming for the Indo-US meeting. It's our 11th year. Technology has been an important part of the evolution of healthcare in this country, as been also the evolution of corporate healthcare in the country. Electronic medical records saw the light of the day way back in 1980s when the Reagan administration decided to come out with a software for the Veterans Administration, that is the Defense Forces hospitals. We have over 1,000 hospitals or more across the continent, and they needed a software. The software which Dr. Deepak presents is the United States software. So it is United States' biggest contribution to the world is they gave the software away for free. It's free. So it's called CPRS. And the CPRS was adopted at All India Institute as a part of the Indo-US partnership. And that software was created for idiots. That means people who did not understand what technology was at that time. It is a simple Word document platform where you can type anything. So it's like writing an email. So software was compatible. The first thing is how compatible and how easy the software is. Over the years, software has evolved. President Obama took over as the President of the United States in 2008. In 2008, he came out with a law that by 2016, each and every healthcare facility in the country should go paperless. It was feared by two important things. The two important things which spearheaded that was the sinking economy of the United States, and secondly, the revival of the IT industry. By mandating healthcare facilities and doctors across the country to use electronic health records, he created jobs for technologists to be able to include the softwares. America is a free market economy. There are thousands of software available, but every software is governed by laws. It is protected, cybersecurity, everything. India, I can guarantee you that 60% of the jobs went to Indians, and they created those softwares. Those softwares all have to have the same language. Dr. Deepak has taken a very important initiative in India to bring electronic health revolution for India. Initially, they were called electronic medical records. Electronic medical records went on to become electronic health records. So from just recording patients' data, they went on to interpretation and recording of a health ecosystem. That means follow-up, clinic, everything. Now we are going to something called as electronic health ecosystems. Ecosystems means a common cloud where the government can pick up the data and monitor the trends. There is a big investment in this area. In Uttar Pradesh last year, Swadesh program was launched where Silicon Valley has committed to investing $2 billion to create a health ecosystem which is electronically run. It's a corporate investment in a government infrastructure. Today or tomorrow you will have to face, I understand your woes, I think, but today or tomorrow the digital revolution is going to come. AIIMS always does things before the nation. What happens in AIIMS comes in the nation later. So they are innovative, they have a free hand to do things. The software which has been created by Dr. Deepak Agarwal by building the US software and making it India friendly has to now be taken to everybody. Now there are many legal problems in that. The problems which we face are a tendering process. Every university or medical college wants to pull their own tender. Well, if you pull their own tender, you are reinventing the whole wheel. There is no act of parliament which says that, okay, we are going to come out, which is the easier way, is to come out with a universal software and implement it everywhere. It's the easier way, right? So, but that has to be an act. The way we can set it is by set by example. That's what I'm trying to even convince AIIMS, is to get a coalition together. So AIIMS has started talking to other AIIMS so that they can join the coalition. So there is a pilot to demonstrate that. Now other medical colleges should do that. And other medical colleges should say, okay, we'll join the coalition. Let's implement it. You know, there should not be this 30 vendor model. There should be one model expert who comes ahead and said, okay, we'll do the whole thing. It's like Domino's or Pizza Hut. The software is ready. We are going to do it. We are going to implement it. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, is this the way to do it, right? If Domino's can come to this country and set up 500 shops and run a software sitting in Ghatkopar in Mumbai, when you place the order on the phone and the order gets processed at Ghatkopar, same for Pizza Hut, same for McDonald's. And if Flipkart can be $1 billion company, then electronic health records is not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And it's very easy. If I can see that if Prime Minister of this country goes and meets Facebook, who controls, I think, 70% of India's network to reach them out, and if you can run Facebook and type on Facebook, then you can do electronic health record. We are doctors. Nurses are still nurses. They are educated. They are not Anguta Chap. So there is a potential there. It depends on how we adapt it and leadership. So digital revolution will not happen. I don't see that. Means Deepak Agarwal and Dr. Bhoi, we have spent 11 years already of our life in Indus EM. It's our 11th year. We may have, with God, if He lets us survive, we'll be there for another 15 years. So when we started off, there was no digital revolution. Today, there is a digital revolution. So how many of you all sitting in this room can really influence your stakeholders? Are you here to just listen? Are you here to take this message back to your stakeholders at the national, at your institutes, and convince them that, okay, we want to bring a digital revolution? That is up to you all. That is not up to Dr. Agarwal. Dr. Agarwal is an innovator. He is not a technician. So let's clarify that important part. He is a systems innovator. He innovates systems, but they are built by somebody else. Now that building and that tendering is the main problem in this country. And that's how business runs. When you allow others to make blunders, you spend that money, people get jobs, then you make more blunders, then you get more money, and then there's more jobs. In the end, what happens? Nothing comes. So Apollos and Fortises and Maxis get their softwares in the market. They run better systems. And you save tons of money on paper. Plus, you have health records which you can trust. You don't have to go for the dirty handwriting of the doctor which you can never understand. You can make lesser errors and you get everything certified. So things change really. And electronic medical records is a very big thing. It's not a small thing. Dr. Deepak came to the United States and he had a meeting with Dr. Kiran Patel. Dr. Kiran Patel is a man who bought a company for 500,000 in electronic medical records and sold it for 400 million within 3 years. And he has given us a credit line of 4 million to take this software national. How many are interested in that? We have sent out an email out that whoever wants to collaborate, we can give an end-to-end solution. Right now, the AIMS software is a AIMS software solution. It is a solution which handles the load at AIMS, but that will not be the software which somebody else will need. There are deemed universities in this country who want to take insurance patients, who want to charge for service, who want to bill TPA. Now you need to build that end-to-end sector in the whole electronic health system. So how will you build, how will you code, how is the HR, whether your people are coming on time now, that's an ecosystem. You need money to do that. We have commitment from the Kiran Patel Foundation to take this software to institutes and install it. But institutes have to foot the bill for the hardware. So we are ready. We are going to launch it. We have done it. We are a part of Digital India, but we are not going to go and proctor and say, okay, you do this, you do that. You have to envision that. It's good to attend a meeting where Dr. Deepak is saying, send a lecture, you clap, that's fine. But how much can you take this and influence so that you can better your lives? It's easy. I can assure you that using electronic medical records is the best thing which happened to me. I trained in an era of paper. I transited to an era of software. Today I am in an era of iPad. We see our patients in US with an iPad, and soon AIMS is going to do the same because they are in the American digital age. They work with Silicon Valley, so they move at that pace. So you're going to have iPads or tablets or whatever they call it. I'm not promoting iPhone or something, but tablets. And we see patients and boom, 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 everything comes to you. The EKGs go directly to the cardiologist. They're going to start that very soon for primary angioplasty. EKG verification process, you don't give a diagnosis on an EKG unless you see the older EKG. These are very important parts of healthcare and patient safety, which are good because you can catch mistakes. That's the important part. Why people are afraid? Because your mistakes can be caught in the electronic software. You cannot lie to the software. The software will not lie. Did you log in? Did you put the orders in? Did you do that? It's tracking each and everything. Door to patient time. Giving a call to a doctor, when did he respond? Did he log into the system and change the order? Call was placed by the nurse at 3:30. Doctor comes at 7:30. Everything can be tracked. You cannot change it. So these are the things which come over time. So I would highly encourage you all that software is fantastic. It helps you. Example, they are going to put in, suppose you're giving a medicine and asking allergy. In our country, where I work, you cannot move to the next chart unless you put the allergies. But the software is so intelligent that it can tell you the cross indications also. It can tell you the side effects also. Because there are softwares which attach apps which go into it and which tell you. That's artificial intelligence. Today, how many of you will have to remember the doses of the medicines? You do, right? I don't. I don't care. I don't remember. That's not my job. My job is to remember the medicine. I just click amoxicillin, boom, weight-based protocol, it comes out, the script is out. Boom, heparin. I don't know, 5,000, who remembers? In exams also, nobody asks us what is the dose. Boom, you do it. So that's all computer, automated. You don't have to do all that. See how much energy of your brain is stored. The boom is ARDS, click it, ARDS protocol is in front of you. Standard orders, boom, click, gets transferred, the nurse follows the standard orders. It's not difficult. Then you spend time on caring for the patient. You don't spend time doing other things. So that's what my point is. So any questions? Dr. Boy can make a point on it.
Thank you, Dr. Sagar, for his perspective, because he has seen both healthcare system, even he graduated from India and in the US. So he has seen a transition from paper to paperless. So that was, the in-depth experience which he shared with you. So before we close for lunch, so we'll have some perspective from Lady Harding Medical College and anybody from Gangaram is there? Because yeah. So we'll just take from the private sector as well one. So madam, yes.
No, before, 1 second. Before that,
yeah.
I also would like to make. Dinanath has Amrita, right?
Yes, sir.
You are full paperless, right?
We have totally paperless.
Paperless.
Okay. So after these two, I want you to share that
Yeah.
what is your experience in the paperless. They were the first paperless software in the country.
Yeah.
So after that.
Yeah. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Deepak, Dr. Bhai, Dr. Sagar. It was an enlightening talk, as always. I've attended a few of your things. Sir, as far as LHMC is concerned, we have been trying to go digitalized for the past 2-3 years. We've been making multiple visits to the trauma center to have a look, but something or the other tends to stop the process in the end. But I'm happy to share that we have 2-3 things going on simultaneously right now. One of them is a virtual medicine project which we started with the pathology department at EAMS with Dr. Manoj as one of the multiple centers within Delhi and India to impart skill training and academics to the medical students and the interns. And the program was a great success, and we've had very good feedback from the students, and we are now entering the second phase for that very shortly. The project has been extended, so that is working. Secondly, we are in talks with the NIC for OPD registration modules, which we've just held in the past 1 week. The NIC has agreed to give us the e-hospital software and help us in starting the ORS in a very short span of time, maybe in the next coming 4 to 6 weeks, and with a cloud solution, so that with the existing net facilities that we have, we won't be hampered in setting up the ORS. Meanwhile, they have also promised, we already have an NKN node thanks to the virtual medicine project. So they have agreed to look into the matter to make the campus internet feasible. We already have MTNL lines, so we are looking into that as well as a backup system for the thing. So maybe in a coming short time, 1 to 2 months, we should be having an ORS for online appointments in place, and by next year maybe extend the facility further. But the HIS and the LIS is going to take a bit of time, so we're already into the thing about tendering for that. The talks are already there. Thank you.
Invite the from Gangaram. We can just say have a perspective from your side.
We already have a SI system in the hospital, but right now we are not putting any data about patients except the demographic detail of the lab results.
Okay.
We are trying to put into
Okay. Do you have an electronic MLC?
no.
No. Okay. So you're also, what do you want to know? Yeah, that's right. Okay, Amrita.
Good afternoon to everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you for Dr. Sagar sir, Dr.
Yeah.
Sanjay Goy sir, and Dr. Deepak Agarwal sir. A quick note about I am Dr. Atul Tungikar from Dinanath Mangeshwar Hospital.
Dr. Atul?
Tungikar
Okay, okay, right.
from Pune, Dinanath Mangeshwar
Okay,
Hospital.
okay, right.
We are using a software since about 2 years. Some silent features about that software is we have a separate ER notes in that software. We have a admission notes and ongoing inpatient notes. Also, we have a separate OPD notes to write the notes about OPD patients. We have also we have EMLC facility also available. All lab reports is available, including imaging reports also.
Just a minute. For EMLC, so do you also take pictures and and upload into the system of the wound?
Pictures facility is not available, but we can enter the type, MLC number, whom they brought them, and where that MLC has been done. Everything information is
Do
there.
you also have some clinical data on that? Clinical data of that patient in the MLC record?
Yes, we have a clinical data.
Data
We have a
authority.
separate ER sheet, and along with that ER sheet, that MLC entries are there. Like ER notes, we are writing a ER notes. Along that ER notes, we have that MLC record.
Okay, okay, carry on.
And that software can access from anywhere if internet facility is there.
So doctor, tell me, how did it change your life?
Yeah, yeah. It become a very easy. We can see all the reports. Initially, when we are implementing that software, as sir said, there is a resistance from all other consultants and technologists. But how we go ahead is that we trained some people from all the departments, and they trained their other people in their department. Initially, consultant refused to enter the data, but after some time being, what consultant has to do is just only a copy paste, because somebody has been seeing the patient, enter the notes, and what consultant just edit notes and then copy paste. So it will become easier for them also. We are facing one or two problems. One is that especially in emergency department, we see a patient at different time, but we are entering the notes at after some time. So then after in few 3-4 months, we have added a new column in that when you have seen the patient and when you are entering the notes.
So that means it is not real time actually
Yeah,
in the emergency department.
yeah.
What is the volume of your ER? How many patients come in 24 hours?
It's only 70 patients in 24 hours.
Okay.
But it comes in a cluster.
Hmm.
Okay, we only have a 6-bed of emergency department, and at a time it will come as 8-10 patients, and then there is a gap. So you can't see one patient and go and write the notes like that. So it's very helpful to see the previous records and to
In the ER actually it depends upon the volume. So the three system, one is template based like a T system which has is hybrid model. Then the second phase is where you fill up the template, then you scan it and archive it. The second model. And third is the purely live entry like Dr. Sagar and his team does in the US. So they live entered on the charts. So not every model can be fit in the same shoes of our country, because there are many high volume emergency departments also, which you may not be able to real time fill it. So we can have a template based system and scan and archive it, and so that can be a model in especially high volume EDs.
Tell me, your model has the TPA component in it, the whole electronic Amrita has the TPA or not?
So it is not Amrita.
Yeah, we have Amrita.
Amrita software.
It's called Amrita.
Okay.
You have the TPA.
Yeah, we have the TPA model.
Okay. Right. Okay.
It's a postgraduate institute, they are fully DMP.
Anybody who has a IT experience who wants to speak, so please feel free to raise your hand, identify yourself, and you can tell your perspective. Anybody? Yes, sir.
Sorry for joining late. Actually, I was the code. Regarding you said that you are filling up late, and then there is a separate column for that. That you saw the patient at say 10:15 a.m. and you are entering at say 11 a.m. Now this may be a problem in the code.
Yes.
In the code, the defense lawyer may say that you forgot to write something in the case sheet in the MLC, which was actually there at that point of time. So I think that column should be deleted from there.
Yes, there is the problem, but there is a separate time for that software. The software shows its own time. It's very difficult to delete that
Software
time.
will be showing its time of whatever time the patient enters the
what
MLC
is
when
at
you
the-
saw the patient.
Yes, sir.
But if you fill up 2 times, the second time of entering the MLC,
Yes.
that may create problem in the court of law. Correct.
Can we start this?
Yeah, just.
No.
So before we close the pre-lunch session, I'd like to ask our senior nurses who are sitting here. See, just like we used to write, you are the best person who document things. I always feel that nurses are the best documenters. They do excellent work in documentation and auditing. You can audit those things, and it is excellent document. But you see, times are changing, things are changing. We are in 21st century, right? And there is a transition mode now, we at AIMS especially, that we have to go from paper to paperless. We know that there is huge volume of patients, but still we have to keep the pace up. So I would expect all our senior nurses here, because they are the mentors of the junior nurses, we have to take this transition. That's why we especially invited you to this meeting, Dr. Deepak and myself, we took a conscious decision to invite all our senior nurses here from various places of our hospital, because we require the support. The change requires the support of all you senior nurses, because you are the game changers. As Dr. Deepak said, and we experienced, the quality of care you have been already providing to the top institute like this. We appreciate your work, but we also want you to please, supervise, please motivate and implement. है ना, प्यार और डंडा दोनों चलता है, ठीक है ना, तो ये दोनों का इस्तेमाल करिए और हम सब आपके साथ हैं, especially, and we have to, ये हमें ये ट्रांजिशन करना ही करना है. तो ये मेरी आप सब लोगों से गुजारिश है, ठीक है ना. और before we finish this thing and go for an excellent lunch, now I'll give a few words, final few words to Dr. Sagar for an important announcement which he is going to make.
Now, the Emergency Medicine Association has been launched, and we have a credit line of 1 crore, so we don't need membership dues anymore. So life membership is free. So the top line is you can register online, free, and the bottom one is digital. That shows the first time in Asia we are going digital. You can go and register through your mobile phone. So the second one is you quickly, in 1 minute you will register and you will be life member. And all your data, and you will get a certificate of life membership in your email directly, automated. So you can use the top one by going online and doing it, and the bottom one is from your smartphones. And this is life membership is free.
ये लिख लीजिए, ये आज कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री आज ही का दिन है, तो
Yes, he is right. I have credit till 1st October. After that,
नहीं, आज की मीटिंग जो रजिस्टर कर रहे हैं उनके लिए आज ही दिन है,
ठीक है, हाँ,
ऐसे ही है.
yeah, that way.
जो आज, बट आज ये तो दोनों दिन का है, तो कल तक एक्सटेंडेबल है, कर लीजिए आप.
We already got 1,000 members. You all nurses, doctors, policy makers, everybody can.
सिस्टर्स आप भी इसको रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं, सब लोग, है ना, जो हमारे इमरजेंसी के हैं, तो पूरी टीम को करा दीजिएगा.
Write the website properly. This slide will be here.
पैड है कि नहीं, तो लिख लिया, नंबर लेके, हाँ लिख लीजिए, पूरे अपने सारे इमरजेंसी के नर्स को सबको करा दीजिए, है ना.
So all the networks of the government, all the announcements, everything will be sent to you. It's an intra portal, fully digital cloud, everything.
So thank you very much for participating in the pre-lunch session, and we are going to have an excellent post-lunch session. Let me tell you, it is out of the box. Whatever you are learning in these 2 days is out of the box thinking in emergency healthcare. So technology. So this is had a chota group, but it is excellent, brainstorming which we had. In the afternoon session, we are going to have something new which you generally not hear in a medical conference, in the afternoon shift today.
We started
Right.
bringing relationships with Indian Institute of Management.
I think you should not
No, but
open
it's on the.
Yeah, you should not tell fully.
So they are here. In
Yeah.
the afternoon, you have IIM session.
Yeah. So please have your lunch, and lunch is there in the, where you had tea, so the lunch is served there for all of you. And just an announcement for all the nurses, senior nurses who are here, so